What if everything you know about ancient Egypt is only a shadow of the truth? The desert is silent. Endless sand stretches to the horizon. The sun burns the earth with no mercy. The wind moves slowly, carrying grains of dust across time. This is ancient Egypt, a land of heat, stone, and secrets. Thousands of years ago, along the banks of the Nile River, a great civilization was born. The river gave life to the land. It turned dry soil into rich fields. It allowed people to grow food, build homes, and create something that would outlive them all. But Egypt was never just about survival. It was about eternity. The people of Egypt believed that life did not end with death. They believed the soul would continue. They believed the body must be preserved. They believed the journey after death was just as real as life itself. And so, they built for forever. Massive structures rose from the desert. Stones were cut, shaped, and placed with impossible precision. These were not simple buildings. They were messages. They were symbols. They were gateways between worlds. The pyramids, even today, they stand. The Great Pyramid of Giza rises like a mountain made by human hands. Each stone weighs more than a car, and yet thousands of them were placed one by one. No machines, no modern tools, only human effort, knowledge, and something we still do not fully understand. How did they do it? No one can say for sure. Some believe it was pure human skill. Others believe there were lost methods forgotten to time. Some even ask if there was help from something not human at all. The mystery remains. Inside the pyramids, narrow passages lead into darkness. The air is still. The walls are silent. But they hold stories. Kings were buried here. Pharaohs, the rulers of Egypt, were not seen as normal humans. They were seen as gods on earth. They controlled the land. They spoke to the heavens. Their power was absolute. When a pharaoh died, it was not the end. It was a transformation. Their bodies were carefully prepared, organs removed, skin treated, the body wrapped in linen, mummification. It was not just a ritual, it was a science. Every step was done with care. Every detail mattered, because if the body was damaged, the soul could not return. And the soul needed a home. So the tombs were filled with treasures, gold, jewels, food, statues, everything the pharaoh would need in the next world. But not all tombs stayed hidden. In 1922, a man named Howard Carter made a discovery that shocked the world. A tomb untouched. The tomb of Tutankhamun. Inside there was gold beyond imagination, a mask that still shines today, objects that had not been seen for over 3,000 years. It was like opening a door to the past. But something else came with it. Strange events followed. People connected to the tomb began to die. Some suddenly, some mysteriously. The curse of the pharaoh, was it real or just fear? No one knows. Egypt is full of questions, and the deeper you look, the stranger it becomes. The temples of Egypt rise with tall columns and massive walls, covered in carvings, images of gods, battles, and rituals. These were not just decorations, they were records, a language of symbols, hieroglyphs. For a long time, no one could read them. The knowledge was lost, the meanings forgotten, until one stone changed everything, the Rosetta Stone. With it, the code was broken. The silent walls began to speak again, and what they revealed was incredible. Stories of gods with animal heads, stories of creation, chaos, and order, stories of life, death, and rebirth. The god Osiris ruled the afterlife. Anubis guided the dead. Ra traveled across the sky as the sun. These were not just stories, they were reality for the people of Egypt. Every action, every ritual, every building was connected to these beliefs, even the stars. The pyramids are aligned with the sky. Some say they match the stars of Orion, a connection between Earth and the heavens. Was this by design or coincidence? Again, the mystery remains. The Nile River was the heart of Egypt. It flooded every year. It brought life, but it also brought danger. The people learned to read its patterns, to understand its flow, to work with nature, not against it. This knowledge made them strong. It made them powerful. Egypt became one of the greatest civilizations in history. Art, science, medicine, engineering. They knew how to build, how to heal, how to organize. They created systems that are still studied today. But power does not last forever. Over time, Egypt began to change. New rulers came, new ideas spread, empires rose and fell. The ancient world slowly faded. The temples were abandoned. The cities turned to dust. The knowledge was buried under sand. For a long time, Egypt was silent, but not forgotten. Today, people travel from all over the world to see what remains. The pyramids, the temples, the tombs. They stand as reminders of what humans can create, reminders of what we still do not understand. Because even now, with all our technology, many questions remain unanswered. How were the pyramids truly built? What secrets are still hidden under the sand? What knowledge has been lost forever? Ancient Egypt is not just history. It is a puzzle, a mystery that continues to call us. Every stone has a story. Every shadow hides a secret. And every answer leads to more questions. The desert still whispers. If you listen closely, you might hear it. A voice from the past, a message waiting to be understood. So the question remains, are we discovering ancient Egypt? Or is ancient Egypt slowly revealing itself to us? And what will it show us next?